Hi, this is Roger. Thanks for dropping by. Impromptu video in the dark. I'm amazed how much light that tiny little strip light up there puts out. Well, I don't think it's enough to make the plants grow. Serious subject. A good friend of mine, member of both Orchid societies, has died over the last few days. COVID-related illness. Sounds like pneumonia to me, following on from being infected. But I mean, he was an elderly chap, well into his 80s. Nonetheless, it's still a sad blow. But the point of the video really is, it goes along with what I've said. Oh, blast. Oh, you'll have to put up with a heater. It's going right up my skirt, so to speak. The point is, I've said along the lines on many occasions, when you get people that have been growing orchids, probably in his case 70 years, he's written a book, which I've got. He's written articles for the American Orchid Society, British Orchid Council. He's a very, very well-known individual in the orchid community, not only in our two orchid societies. We often get a show where you can, about a quarter of the plants have come from this guy. He has an extensive orchid collection. On the end of this video I'll put a link, because a while ago, I think a few years ago, one of the Orchid Society's summer garden party was held at this guy's house. And I actually filmed around his greenhouse, so I will put that up so you can sort of see. But also a few years ago he was awarded the National Collection of Dendrobiums. That's pretty special. What are we supposed to do with that? This is important. I mean, I've got a Zoom meeting coming up to sort of discuss this, but it was his wish, and it's been discussed with his family, that his orchids should be distributed between the two orchid societies, I believe for free, as a reward to all the fun and everything he's had generated by those two orchid societies, which is a very, very generous thing. But what do we do with the Dendrobium collection? If I had the money, I'd turn this whole garden out here into a huge greenhouse and take it on. But I can't. So, first of all, does it get split up? Which would be a shame. But who can take on such a project? Who would have somewhere to house a national Dendrobium orchid collection and the skill to keep it going, to look after it, with all its quirks, shall we say? It's a conundrum. But the email just saying about the meeting, discussing, first of all, how do we split the plants between two orchid societies to be fair? How do we allocate the plants? What if everybody wants one? I can't imagine how this is going to get resolved. But what I would do that other members of the society either can't or won't do, I doubt very much, is ask. I'm asking a huge number of people, not just half a dozen at a meeting. So let's have some ideas. I can't say whether any of them will be taken up. We're probably looking at several thousand plants here. It's a serious collection. The greenhouse is vast, and recently he's put up a second greenhouse to house just the cymbidiums. But they don't come into it. Apparently they're being treated separately. So a vast array of orchids of all different shapes and sizes, plus a national collection of Dendrobiums. How on earth are we supposed to deal with this? I'm not going to sleep tonight, I don't expect. Boy, would I love that national collection, but I can't take it. I don't know where to put it. I just can't deal with it, So, well, what do you think? What a conundrum. Anyway, my tea's nearly ready. This is just an impromptu video because I've got the luxury, I suppose you could call it, of being able to ask a huge array of people to put forward their opinions. I can't say any notice will be taken of any of them, but if I don't ask, I won't get, will I? So say what you think. What do you do with something like that? And some of those ideas may well be taken to the meeting, you know, when I attend the Zoom meeting. So some of your ideas will be put forward, I'm sure. But to put them forward, I need to have them in the first place. So let's see what you think. See you next time.